Okay, all mixed and ready to go. I'm using the Portland cement today, and I've mixed it it's kind of gloppy, and that's what you want for this project. Secure your leaf by holding on to the stem part. You can see my gloves are already starting to come off. Hold it steady so you don't move it from all those places that you spent so much time trying to get ready for. This is going to kind of help hold it in place. Okay. So I'm just going to start putting it on here. And really, the only reason why I have both the mortar mix and the concrete, both of them give you a really good end product. But the concrete comes in such large bags it's difficult for me to carry, honestly. So it's easier for me to handle the smaller bag of the mortar mix. So you can use whichever one you want. You're still going to end up with a good quality product in the end. And I kind of bring it down to the base of the leaf. You want to keep the concrete thick around the edges. As you get closer to the end, don't try to get thinner with the concrete, because it'll just snap right off. Also, I don't go all the way to the outer edge of the leaf, because gravity is going to work and it's going to pull the concrete down to the lower part or the outer edge of your leaf. And if you get the concrete too close to the outer edge, gravity doesn't know to stop at the edge of the leaf, and it's going to surpass the edge and continue on onto the plastic. Now your product's not going to be, or your leaf isn't going to be ruined if it does that, but it's definitely going to be noticeable that it ran off the edge. And that's just not what I'm wanting. So I bring it out kind of close to the edge here.
How thick is it?
Because this is going to slide. You can already see where it's sliding down to the edge there, which I don't want. So we'll bend that up. Kind of flatten it back down. And I don't know how thick it is, probably 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. But you want it nice and thick. And I'd like to thank my daughter for taking time on her day off to help videotape this for me. She's never videotaped anything before, and neither have I. I've never made any kind of videotape, so this is a first for both of us. Please bear with us. I know it's going to be pretty sketchy. You want to kind of work fast because you don't want your concrete drying out too fast. Here comes my neighbor with the big truck. I have a finished leaf that I'll show you here in a minute, and I'll show you what happens when your concrete dries out halfway through your project. Again, it's not ruined, but not what you're looking for. Move some of this back up so it doesn't ooze off. And like I said, the more of these little wavy things you've got going on here, the harder it's going to be. A lot of times they just end up getting crushed down flat under the weight of the concrete. So all your hard work to try to make sure that they come out good is wasted. Get away from the edge. You can see how thick that is all the way along the edge there.
Right there is going to be close. It's going to fall off.
Yep, probably. It already is. So, I'll move that sand up, because As you can see, it's already coming off the edge of that leaf there. I don't want it rolling off. It's hard getting that fine detail you're wanting when you're having to use gloves, but I've learned my lesson. Use the gloves. And let me get this back side going. Lots of sirens out there today. We're getting her done here. It's coming together pretty good, actually. Okay, I'm going to bring this right on out. I can't really see over there.
I just need a little bit more.
Huh?
Just need a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay. So we pretty much got it covered. Gonna kind of smooth this out a little bit, just so it doesn't look too rough and rugged. Now I'm gonna add my little hanger. Again, you don't have to add that. I like having that option available to me because I never know exactly what I'm going to use these for. Or if I give them as a gift, or if I'm selling them, somebody might want to hang it. It can always be clipped right off if you don't want it. Okay, so that one is covered. That's all it takes. But give me just a second, because I have some concrete left here. I don't know how much. I'm going to need, but I have another project I want to do. So I've got a concrete mold. I have my little hanger made. This doesn't have a flat bottom, so it's got to sit in sand to keep it nice and level. So I'm going to use up the rest of my concrete. I always try to make a little bit more than what I think I'm going to need, because I've always got multiple projects going on at the same time, and I just really enjoy working with the concrete. I encourage you guys to try all kinds of other different projects and not just the leaf one, because there's so many cool things you can do with it. Look at there, I'm going to have just about enough. I have a hanger for it, but I'm not sure which way I'm going to want this to hang if I do decide to hang it. Let's see. Maybe I'll put it here. Chopstick. And that'll keep that from sinking. Okay, I'm going to move this because my table is not even, and I want this to dry flat. Oh, my Lord, it's heavy. Okay. This is the leaf that I've already done. I did this last weekend. And there's a couple of things with it. You can see the line where I got about halfway done with the project and the concrete started to dry out, so I had to add more liquid to keep it workable. So it's kind of not exactly what I was going for. Again, it's not ruined, but I'm going for a little bit smoother of a texture. Once it's painted, that's not going to be as noticeable. Also notice that some of the leaf didn't come off in different areas. When you pull your leaf off and parts of it stick like that, just leave it there. Don't try to pick it off, because the concrete takes a good 2 weeks to really cure, and when you start picking at it, you're actually going to be scratching the surface. This green will eventually dry up, turn brown. You can get like a firm toothbrush, spray it with some water, scrub it with the toothbrush, it'll come right off. You can leave it there if you're looking for that real rustic look. But that's one that I already did. You can see it's got the hanger on the back, so that can be hung up on a wall, or it can be on a table and kind of propped up there. I think I just stuck my arm in that. Okay, so now this is one that I did yesterday. By the way, you're going to cover this with plastic like I've had this one covered. It's going to be completely covered with plastic. You can see the humidity that's built up under there. because it gives off heat. Excuse me. You can see the water that's built up on it. It's been sitting for at least 24 hours. Once it's poured and covered with concrete, just a sec. Once it's poured and you've got it covered with the plastic, look up here. Eye contact. Listen to me. Leave it alone. Walk away. Don't peek at it. Don't poke at it. Don't play with it. Don't try to lift it. It's got to sit for a minimum of 24 hours before you can handle it. Okay? At this point, we can peel the leaf off, but it's still got another good week before you can actually pick it up and play with it. That is why it's so difficult to try to get together and do some kind of a class to do these and everybody take their project home, because it just doesn't work that way. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to get this off of the sand without snapping it in half. You're going to come up underneath it, and as you can see, I didn't go to the edge. There's the edge of the leaf. You're going to push the sand down and get your hand under there to the center where it's the thickest. So you're between the plastic and the leaf, and lift straight up. Okay? Then make a nice little nest for it and turn it over. And that's going to support it so that it doesn't end up breaking. Now is the reveal. This is the most exciting part of the whole project, I'm telling you. Nerve-wracking, exciting. No matter how many you've done, I've done many of these. And it's always such a thrill to see what all your hard work has turned into. And this one's going to be a little bit more difficult because of the shape of the leaf down here. Some leaves peel off much better than others. Let's see. The hosta leaves peel right off. And these are, I'm thinking they're burdock. We weren't sure at the time that we picked them, but once I got to working with them and thinking about it, I'm pretty sure it's burdock. I'm telling you, this doesn't even want to peel, does it?
Maybe try to get the stalk out.
Well, if I can get it through here.
That was anticlimactic.
I know it, right? That's all right. You can see, though, the nice detail that's coming out on this one. You can see all the nice little veins from the leaf. And of course, because we're videotaping this one, it's going to peel off like you're peeling somebody's sunburned skin in little tiny chunks. But you get a good idea of what this one's going to look like. Okay, well, I won't torture you guys with watching me do this, but you can see that there's a lot of fine detail in this. There's none of the crumbly look in it. I will get the rest of this peeled off to the best that I can today. I'll let the rest sit, and I will post a picture to the Casper's Homesteading Hippies and let you see what it came out looking like. because this one is really going to look nice.
I like it already.
Let's see. See if I can get this one big chunk off. That would be nice. But I don't think I'm going to be able to. So I'll get this all peeled off and cleaned up and let you guys see. But you can tell already that this is just going to be a much better quality leaf than the one that I showed you previously that dried out. This still needs to cure. You're going to cover it, back up, and let it cure for at least another, just a full week at least, before I really start doing anything with it. Once it sits out and it dries out the rest of the way, that leaf stuff is going to dry and get nice and soft and pliable, and the concrete will be hard enough and cured enough that I can scrub on it and it's not going to damage the surface. So there it is. I will post pictures of, or a video, not sure, of what the leaf comes out looking like tomorrow. Oh, you know what? I've got one more thing. I poured, this is where my other chopstick went. I poured this other mold yesterday at the same time, because I'm a multitasker. It's kind of a Buck and Bronc Cowboy Joe looking kind of guy. If I can get him out of his mold, see what he looks like. I don't know if you can even see him, but
Yeah, you can kind of see him.
That's what he is, the Buck and Bronc. So he'll be a nice thing to hang somewhere. A little guy. Okay, thank you for bearing with me. I hope you decide to try one of these projects. I'll list all the stuff that I mentioned that I use. When I post this, I'll list all those things. And if you have any questions, just go ahead and message me. I'll be more than happy to answer them and help you out if need be. Have fun with it. That's the main point. Don't let it get stressful. That's not what it's about. Enjoy it. Have fun. And thanks for watching, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.